Hello students, I am JP Nautiyal from Rishiram Shikshan Sansthan online study. Welcome in your today's session. Today we are going to learn the second part of the Beehive Prose chapter 2 CBSE class 9 English the sound of music. It's the second part of the second chapter and name of the chapter is The Shehnai of Bismillah Khan. Don't forget like and share the video and to forget the channel of Rishiram Shikshan Sansthan online education. So before we read, here are some pictures and the task is for us that we know the people listed below and what instrument do they play. So these pictures or the photographs are the famous music maestro. The first picture you can see here, this is Pandit Hariprasad Chaurasia's picture, and flute is the instrument in which they are having the mastery. Pandit Ravi Shankar for sitar, M. Lalita and M. Nandini sisters, violin, Ustad Zakir Hussain for tabla, Ustad Amjad Ali Khan for sarod, V. K. Vaidyanathan, Kanakudi Vaidyanathan for violin, Ram Narayan for sarangi, and Ustad Bismillah Khan for Shehnai. So this is the first task given by the writer of the chapter, that identify the following maestro and write the name of instrument. What for that they are well known. Think of Shehnai and the first thing you will probably imagine is a wedding or a similar occasion or function. Whenever we think Shehnai, the picture which come in our mind, either that is the picture of a wedding or a similar or religious or auspicious occasion which reflects in our mind. The next would probably be the Ustad Bismillah Khan, the Shehnai maestro, playing his instrument, or the picture which flash in our mind when we listen the sound Shehnai, that is the picture of Ustad Bismillah Khan, who is having the mastery in this instrument known as Shehnai. So Emperor Aurangzeb banned the playing of a musical instrument called pungi in the royal residence, for it had a shrill, unpleasant sound. We are well familiar with the name Aurangzeb from the history, who banned means prohibited, officially prohibition of doing anything. Here Aurangzeb banned or prohibited the playing of musical instrument pungi in the royal residence because it had a high-pitched and piercing or unpleasant sound. Means the sound which don't have any pleasantful feeling, or that's the shrill or noise making, like piercing sound which enters in the ear, which didn't give any kind of pleasure. So this Emperor Aurangzeb banned pungi due to its tonal quality, its weak tonal quality. Pungi became the generic name, and that is for reeded noisemakers instrument. Pungi is a generic name, means a name given to a class or group as a whole. That is the generic name for reeded. What's reeded? Reeded are all wind instruments which have reed like flute or the clarinet, etc. Means the instrument which need air blow for producing sound. They comes under the category of reeded instruments. And the pungi is for all kind of noise makers reeded instrument. That's the generic name. Means in whole. Few had thought that it would one day be revived. There are also some peoples who think that the instrument in coming future or near future will be revived. Revived means came back into life. Then again the pungi will come into the life as initially or in the beginning banned by the Emperor Aurangzeb. A barber of a family of professional musicians who had access to the royal palace decided to improve the tonal quality of the pungi. And the day came when a barber of a family of professional mean the person whose profession is music, they are professional musicians, had access means reach to the royal palace, and who decided to improve the tonal quality regarding tone or the regarding sound pitch of the pungi, decided to improve, and he chose a pipe with a natural hollow stem that was longer and broader than the pungi and made 7 holes on the body of the pipe. Initially, this was the picture of the pungi, and then what this professional musician barber selected a long and broad hollow stem which is not solid, that is hollow stem or trunk, which was longer and broader than the pungi. You can see here the pungi, and this is the shehnai, which is longer and broader than this. This is longer and broader than pungi. So, and made 7 holes on its body. There was no any hole on the body, and made one here. You can see 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 holes on the body of this instrument, of this hollow stem, which was longer and broader than the pungi. When he played on it, closing and opening some of these holes, soft and melodious sound were produced. And when he played on it means blow the air from mouth in the instrument, then it's produced what it made the music instrument, that is soft, the sound produced that was soft and melodious, means sweet, or we can say the pleasantful sound which can give the pleasure to the listeners. That kind of sound were produced by this new or revived instrument. He played or means made the music, the instrument before royalty, and everyone was impressed because the barber played or made the music by this instrument in front of the royalty, means family members of a royal family, means king family, the family of kings or family of royals or emperor, and everyone was impressed. Impressed means fascinated or captivated. Impressed means fascinated or captivated by the tonal quality or the sound produced by the instrument. The instrument, so different from the pungi, had to be given a new name. Because the new revived instrument was entirely different from this pungi, so there must be a new name, or it must be christened again. As the story goes, since it was first played in the Shah's chamber. Shah, as you know, that we call for the emperor or the king. Shah's chamber, chamber here room, and was played by a nai. As you know, that we also called nai to barber. The instrument was named as Shehnai. The first letter of the Shah's Sheh and the second letter of the barber's Nai. So the instrument's name became Shehnai. The sound of the Shehnai began to be considered auspicious. Considered, began to think, and everybody thought the sound produced by this Shehnai began to thought auspicious. Auspicious means those moments or those minutes which promising to bring good fortune. That's the good time, the holy occasions. And for this reason, it is still played in temples and is an indispensable component of any North Indian wedding. Wedding is an auspicious and holy ceremony in the North Indian part. So, because of this reason, the sound of the Shehnai was thought auspicious, which is promising to bring the good fortune, and due to this reason, it is still played nowadays, still played in temples, and it is an indispensable. Indispensable means without which a certain task cannot be done. Indispensable component or the part of any North Indian wedding. In the past, the Shehnai was the part of Naubat or traditional ensemble of 9 instruments found at royal courts. In the past, in the historic time, the Shehnai was a part of Naubat or traditional or established custom or practice. That is, ensemble means things of here, the group of the instruments, that is ensemble of 9 instruments, Naubat. So, Nau, Hindi, we use Nau for 9, and Naubat means a group of 9 instruments found in the royal courts. In the morning time, the emperor, Shah or kings woke up by listening the music of these 9 instruments, that's called Naubat, in the every morning. And the Shehnai was a leading instrument with these 9 instruments. Till recently it was used only in temples and wedding. Till recently, up to nowadays, this was used only temples and weddings. Later on, after the Shah's time over, the credit or recognition for bringing these instruments on to the classical age goes to Ustad Bismillah Khan. The range of the Shehnai was up to the leading instrument with the Naubat and temples and wedding. For the classical stage, for bringing this instrument in the classical stage, the credit goes to Ustad Bismillah Khan. As a 5-year-old, Bismillah Khan played Gilli Danda near a pond in the ancient estate of Dumrao in Bihar. At the age of 5 years, as all the children did in this age, same the Ustad Bismillah Khan played Gilli Danda near a pond, small lake. The ancient means olden state. Estate means territory of Dumrao in Bihar state. He would regularly go to the nearby Bihariji temple to sing the Bhojpuri Chaita, at the end of which he would earn a big laddu weighing 1.2 kg, a prize given by the local Maharaja. Later on, the country was divided into several riyasat, and every riyasat having a Maharaja. And here, Ustad Bismillah Khan regularly go to nearby Bihari Ji temple and they sing Bhojpuri Chaita in the local folk or traditional song. And at the end of, we can say, the bhajan. In the modern time, the temple, the bhajan, of which he would earn or gain a big laddu weighing 1.2 kg as a prize given by the local Maharaja. This happened 80 years ago, means the incident which we are mentioning here, that was before 80 years from today. And the little boy has travelled far to earn the highest civilian award in India, that is Bharat Ratna. Means the journey which begins from the laddu of 1.25 kg from the local Bihariji temple up to earning or gaining or fetching the highest prize given to the civilians of the India, that is Bharat Ratna, the highest civilian award, the prize given to a citizen, that is Bharat Ratna. Born on 21st March 1916. Born on 21st March 1916, Bismillah belongs to a well-known family of musicians from Bihar. There is a great interest towards music because Ustad Bismillah Khan belongs or related to a famous musician's family from Bihar. His grandfather Rasul Baks Khan, Ustad Bismillah Khan's grandfather Ustad Rasul Baks Khan was the Shehnai Nawaz of the Bhojpur King's court. That time, in the ancient time, the historical time, Rasul Baks Khan, Shehnai Nawaz or Shehnai Maestro in the court of Bhojpur King. His father Paigambar Baks, Ustad Bismillah Khan's father Paigambar Baks, and other paternal ancestors were also great Shehnai players. Means the instrument Shehnai was in their family, in their blood. So his father Paigambar Baks and other paternal from the father's side ancestors, means forefathers, were also great Shehnai players. The young boy took to music early in life. Took to means start liking, because the music and the Shehnai was in their blood, so, or in the genes. So the young boy took or start music in very early stage of life, very younger age. At the age of 3, when his mother took him to his maternal uncle's house in Banaras, Bismillah was fascinated watching his uncle practice the Shehnai. At the age of 3, Ustad Bismillah Khan's mother or his mother took him to his maternal uncle's house. Maternal uncle's house, which was situated in Banaras, now known as Varanasi. Bismillah was fascinated or attracted towards his uncle, watching him practicing the Shehnai. Means the Shehnai instrument was also with their paternal and as well as the maternal ancestors' family. Soon, Bismillah started accompanying his uncle Ali Baks to the Shehnai, Ali Baks to the Vishnu temple of Banaras, where Baks was employed to play the Shehnai. Ali Baks was engaged or employed with a Vishnu temple of Banaras, and started accompanying, means going to give the company with his uncle Ali Bux. And Ali Bux was engaged or employed or was in the service of Vishnu Temple of Banaras. For what? To play the Shehnai. Ali Bux would play the Shehnai and Bismillah would sit captivated for hours on end for every long time without stopping, continuously. Ali Bux would play the Shehnai and Bismillah would sit captivated, charmed, fascinated for hours on end, for many hours without taking any kind of break, continuously. Slowly he started getting lessons in playing the instrument and would sit practicing throughout the day. Gradually, from his uncle Ali Bux, he learned the beginning lessons, how to play the instrument Shehnai, and would sit practicing throughout the day. For years to come, the temple of Balaji and Mangala Maiya and the bank of Ganga became the youngest apprentice's favorite haunts, where he could practice in solitude. There is 3 important places. Slowly, gradually, he started getting lessons in playing instrument and would sit practicing throughout the day. For many years, to come to the temple of Balaji and Mangala Maiya, Balaji temple and Mangala Maiya temple and bank of Ganga. As we know that the Ganga flowing very near to the Banaras became the young apprentices means learners, favorite or best loved haunt. Haunt means a place which we visit frequently or a place frequently visited. That's the favorite places of the young practitioners, where he could practice in solitude, in loneliness, singly, for hours. The flowing water of Ganga inspired him to improvise and invent ragas that were earlier considered to be beyond the range of the Shehnai. And for years he practiced, he inspired from Gangesh or river Ganga or Ganga Maiya, encouraged or motivated him to improvise, concoct or prepare or generation of new things, that is, and develop raga. Raga or ragas are the pattern of notes in Indian music, some certain set of or the pattern of notes, that's raga, that were earlier considered to be beyond the reach or the area of the Shehnai. Before Bismillah Khan's initiative, this was considered that producing raga on Shehnai is beyond its reach or beyond its range. So at the age of 14, Bismillah accompanied his uncle to the Allahabad Music Conference. Only at the age of 14, Bismillah Khan went in company of his uncle Ali Bux, the Allahabad Music Conference. At the end of recital means performance of music. At the end of the recital, Ustad Fayaz Khan patted the young boy's back and said, patted means blessing him by putting his hand on the young boy's back. And what they said, work hard and you shall make it. You shall make it means certainly you will get success. With the opening of the All India Radio in Lucknow in 1938 came Bismillah's big break. Big break, a piece of good luck. This was the fortune of Ustad Bismillah Khan, opening of the AIR, All India Radio, Lucknow in 1938. That was a big break or a good luck for Ustad Bismillah Khan of opening of All India Radio, Lucknow in 1938. He soon became an often heard Shehnai player on radio, and very soon Ustad Bismillah Khan became often heard means frequently heard, very today and now, Shehnai player or the performer or entertainer on radio. In the earlier time, the programs played on the radio was on the demand of listeners. They sent the demand through letters to the radio station and requesting to the radio station to play the certain kind of music or to call the certain kind of musicians. So Ustad Bismillah Khan also became in that list for which the listeners demands very oftenly or very frequently. So when India gained independence on 15th August 1947, Bismillah Khan became the first Indian to greet the nation with his Shehnai, because the Shehnai still considered as auspicious or bringing good luck instrument, so to greet or to give the congratulate or to congratulate the countryman or the citizens of the India, the whole nation, when we gained or got independence on 15th August 1947, then blessed or greeted the whole country, whole nation by his Shehnai, and he was the first Indian who greeted the nation with his Shehnai. He poured his heart into Rag Kafi from the Red Fort to an audience which included Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, who later gave his famous Tryst with Destiny speech. And as we know that the first speech given as the Prime Minister of India, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, from Red Fort, that was Tryst with Destiny, the famous speech of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, and he poured or gave out his heart into Rag Kafi, the rag which he played, which Ustad Bismillah Khan played from Red Fort, that was Rag Kafi, and the audience or the people who heard attentively included Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. And then after completion of Ustad Bismillah Khan's performance, then or the recital of Ustad Bismillah Khan, then Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru gave his famous Tryst with Destiny speech, that is meeting with fate or destiny or luck. That is the meaning of Tryst with Destiny, means meeting with destiny or luck. Bismillah Khan has given many memorable performances, both in India and abroad. Ustad Bismillah Khan not only given the memorable performances in India but also in abroad, that can be memorable, that can be remembered, and act of performing before the audience, both in India and abroad. Abroad means in foreign land. In the first trip, his first journey of abroad was to Afghanistan. First call or invitation from foreign country was from Afghanistan, where King Zahir Shah was so taken in means attracted or charmed or fascinated by the maestro expert in me that he gifted him priceless Persian carpet and other souvenirs. So maestro or the expert in music was gifted or presented. What he presented? The priceless Persian carpet and other souvenirs. Souvenirs, things given in memory of a place, person or event. That's given by the King Zahir Shah. Honored him by presenting him priceless Persian carpet and other souvenirs. The King of Afghanistan was not the only one to be fascinated or to be attracted with Ustad Bismillah Khan's music. Means there is a huge list of the Ustad Bismillah Khan's fan. Film director Vijay Bhatt was so impressed after hearing Bismillah play at a festival that he named a film after the instrument called Goonj Uthi Shehnai. Then the director Vijay Bhatt was so impressed, was so fascinated after listening Ustad Bismillah Khan's music in a festival, and he named a film after the name of the instrument, that is Shehnai, and that film name was Goonj Uthi Shehnai. The film was a hit, and one of Bismillah Khan's compositions, Dil Ka Khilona Hai Toot Gaya, turned out to be a nationwide chartbuster record breaker. The film was hit means successful, and one of Bismillah Khan's composition means musical rendering or creativity. Ustad Bismillah Khan's musical creativity, Dil Ka Khilona Hai Toot Gaya, was proved a nationwide or countrywide chartbuster or record breaker song. In spite of this huge success in the celluloid world or the world of cinema or old-fashioned word referring to films, Bismillah Khan's venture projects that often invoke risk of journey, that is the venture in film music, were limited to two. Only the film career or the celluloid career of Ustad Bismillah Khan was limited or shrinked up to only two films. One is Vijay Bhatt's Goonj Uthi Shehnai and Vikram Srinivasa's Kannada venture Sannadi Appanna. One is Ustad Bismillah Khan's composition, that Dil Ka Khilona Tha Toot Gaya with Goonj Uthi Shehnai, and Vikram Srinivasa's Kannada venture Sannadi Appanna. These are the two films. Then what is the statement about films here told or says by Ustad Bismillah Khan? I just cannot come to terms with the artificiality and glamour of the film world, he says with emphasis with force, by making highlight the sentences. I just cannot come to terms with the artificiality, means that is the state of being artificial. As we know that the film world is completely virtual world, completely artificial world. There is glamour, attraction of the film, but he says with force. What he says, that is the artificiality and the glamour, means Ustad Bismillah Khan want to keep himself away from the artificiality and glamour world of the film world. Awards and recognition came thick and fast for the performance, for the hard work, for the dedication of Ustad Bismillah Khan. Awards and recognition means respect and honor came in their life very thick and fast, means quickly and in large quantities. Bismillah Khan became the first Indian to be invited to perform at the prestigious Lincoln Center Hall in the United States of America. Ustad Bismillah Khan was the first Indian who invited to give their performance in United States of America, the prestigious means the famous Lincoln Center Hall in USA. He also took part in the World's Exposition in the Montreal, Canada, in the Cannes Art Festival and in the Osaka Trade Fair. Not only USA, but he also visited the World Expo, the large public exhibition in the Montreal, Canada, in the Cannes Art Festival and the Osaka Trade Fair in Japan. So well known did he become internationally that an auditorium in Tehran was named after him, Tahir Moshiki Ustad Bismillah Khan. And due to the increasing fan internationally, so one auditorium in Tehran, auditorium means big hall for sitting or meeting, in Tehran was named after Ustad Bismillah Khan name, that is Tahir Moshiki Ustad Bismillah Khan. This is the name of an auditorium in Tehran. National award like the Padam Shri, the Padam Bhushan and Padam Vibhushan were conferred on him. Nationals, our Indians' highest prizes, Padam Shri, Padam Bhushan and Padam Vibhushan were conferred or usually awarded for a degree to him. In year 2001, Ustad Bismillah Khan was awarded India's highest civilian award, the Bharat Ratna. In year 2001, Ustad Bismillah Khan awarded the highest civilian award, that is Bharat Ratna. With the coveted award resting on his chest and his eyes glinting with rare happiness, he said, "All I would like to say is, teach your children music. This is Hindustan's richest tradition. Even the West is now coming to learn our music." So the inspirational quotation given here after or on receiving the Bharat Ratna with quoted means most desired award, keeping on his chest and his eyes glinting, shiny, here filling his eyes with rare means uncommon happiness, he said, "All I would like to say, that is, teach your children music. This is Hindustan's richest tradition or custom. Even the West is now coming to learn our music or Hindustani music." Despite having traveled all over the world, Khan Saab, as he is fondly called, is exceedingly fond of Banaras and Dumrao, and they remain for him the most wonderful towns of the world. Although he traveled all over the world, but Khan Saab is fondly or greatly loved, called exceedingly, when very much fond of, having an affection for or a great desire, that is fond of, for Banaras and Dumrao, is having a great desire or keen interest in Banaras and Dumrao, and they remain for him the most wonderful town in the world. These two, Banaras and Dumrao, are the most wonderful town in the world for Ustad Bismillah Khan or Khan Saab. A student of his, among their student out of one student among all their other students wanted him to head or to lead a Shehnai school, lead or open a Shehnai school where in USA. The student, one student who belongs from USA requested Ustad Bismillah Khan to open a Shehnai school as a leader in USA and to lead or to open an school in USA. And the student promised, and same student what he promised to recreate that they will create again the atmosphere or the environment of Banaras by replicating means by copying same way the temples there. The student promised that we create all kind of temples there in USA same as Banaras. But Khan Sahib asked him if he would be able to transport or to bring what? River Ganga also. Then I can think. Khan Sahib raises a condition that if he could be able to bring Ganga there in USA, then I can think on your proposal. Later, he is remembered to have said, that's why whenever I am in a foreign country, I keep yearning or keep longing to see Hindustan. When Ustad Bismillah Khan in foreign, he keep yearning Hindustan or India. While in Mumbai, if they are in a local country, then I think of lonely Banaras and holy Ganga. If in India, in Mumbai, then remember Banaras and holy Ganga. And while in Banaras, then I miss or feel the lack of the unique or unmatchless Matha of Dumrao. And if in Banaras, then keen desire or keen interest for unmatched or matchless Matha of Dumrao, his village. Here's an cutting of an interview by Shekhar Gupta. What the question asked by, when partition happened, didn't you and your family think of moving to Pakistan? As we know that time when India and Pakistan partition happened, that time there was a freedom for the Muslims to go Pakistan. Now Bismillah Khan replied, God forbid. Used to say that you hope that something will not happen and God will forbid or forgive for this. Me to leave Banaras means there the moment should not come in my life when I must think or I must consider about to leave Banaras. Leave Banaras? Never. Went to Pakistan once. By giving a force in his memory, he remembered that yes, once I went to Pakistan, I crossed the border. Just only crossed the border just and say, I have been to Pakistan. Now I am in Pakistan. And I was there for about an hour. At the border, spent 1 hour. And then I said, from there, from border, Namaskar to Pakistan's, from India side. Namaskar to Pakistan and Salam Alaikum to Hindustan. Salam Alaikum to Hindustan towards Pakistan. And a good laugh. The interview printed on Reader's Digest October 2005. These are the lines printed in Reader's Digest in October 2005. Ustad Bismillah Khan's life is a perfect or the best example of rich, cultured, full of culture. Heritage. Heritage means the things or culture that we get from our forefathers. That is our heritage. And culture of our civilian traditionals, that is civilian traditional. Perfect means best example of India. One that effortlessly accepts that a devote Who devote is a person who believing strongly in religion and obeying its laws and following its practices. Devout Muslim like him can very naturally play the Shehnai every morning at the Kashi Vishwanath temple. This is the feeling of the religious harmony in the heart of Ustad Bismillah Khan. That Ustad Bismillah Khan's life is a perfect, the best example of rich and culture heritage of India that effortlessly accept that a devout Muslim, a dedicated Muslim, a person who strongly believed in their religious or the spiritual educations or the practices like him can very naturally play the Shehnai every morning at the Kashi Vishwanath temple. Now Ustad Bismillah Khan passed away or died on 21st August 2006. Ustad Bismillah Khan died on 21st August 2006 at the age of 90. At the age of 90. After a prolonged illness. After a long illness. He was given a state funeral. A national funeral was respected by the government of India even in his ritual or burial the dead body. And the government of India declared 1 day of national mourning. National mourning. Here mourning by the whole nation. That is of expression of the sad feeling towards the whole nation. Thank you. Don't forget like, share and subscribe the channel and open description box to open the link to write or to make the notes already given in the first part, and also I am giving here in this part also. Thank you. Have a great day.